Hey everyone, welcome to Pixel.Chamber. This is episode 1 of our HTML series, and don't worry, we're starting from absolute zero, no experience needed. In this video, we're going to understand what HTML actually is, what tags are, how opening and closing tags work, what containers mean, and finally, the 4 most important tags every HTML file has. So let's get started. So what is HTML? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. But honestly, don't let that big name scare you. In simple terms, HTML is just instructions for your browser. It tells your browser what to show and where to show it. For example, it says, put a heading here, put a paragraph there, add an image here. That's it. A really helpful way to think about it is this. HTML is like the structure of a house. HTML gives you the walls and rooms. CSS is the paint and decoration. And JavaScript is like the switches and interactivity. Also, important point, HTML is not a programming language. There's no logic, no loops, no calculations. It's a markup language, which means you simply wrap content in tags, and the browser reads and displays it. Now let's talk about the most important concept, tags. Tags are the basic building blocks of HTML. A tag is just a keyword wrapped inside angle brackets, like this, less than and greater than. For example, you might have something like opening tag, content, closing tag. The opening tag starts the element, the content is what the user sees, and the closing tag ends it. Some very common tags you'll use are H1 for headings, P for paragraphs, A for links, IMG for images, and button for buttons. Think of tags as labels that tell the browser what kind of content it is. Now here's a golden rule in HTML. Whatever you open, you must close. An opening tag looks like this. Just the tag name inside brackets. A closing tag looks almost the same, but with a slash before the name. So opening tag starts it, closing tag ends it. For example, paragraph starts with P and ends with slash pages. Same for headings, body, div, almost everything follows this rule. If you forget to close a tag, things can break or behave weirdly. So always remember, open and close properly. But wait, there's an exception. Some tags don't need closing. These are called self-closing tags. Why? Because they don't have any content inside them. For example, a line break tag just creates space. Nothing goes inside it. So it doesn't need a closing tag. Some common self-closing tags are line break, image, input, and horizontal line. So remember, if there's no content inside, it can be self-closing. Now let's understand containers. Containers are tags that hold other tags inside them. Think of it like a box. You can put multiple things inside one box. In HTML, tags can be nested inside each other. For example, you might have an HTML tag, and inside that, a head and body, and inside the body, headings and paragraphs. So everything sits inside something else, like layers. This structure is super important because it keeps your code organized and readable. Now let's go through the 4 main tags every HTML file has. First, the HTML tag. This is the biggest container. It wraps your entire web page. Everything you write goes inside this tag. Nothing should be outside it. It always comes in a pair, opening at the top and closing at the bottom. And you only use one HTML tag per page, never more than one. Next, the head tag. This part is interesting because users cannot see it. It's like a hidden settings panel for the browser. Inside head, you put information that the browser needs but doesn't display on the page. For example, the page title lives here. The browser reads the head section first before showing anything. So even though users don't see it, it's very important. Inside the head, we have the title tag. This defines the name of your web page. And where does it show up? On the browser tab, right at the top. So whatever you write inside the title tag appears as the tab name. It also helps search engines understand what your page is about. So always give your page a meaningful title. Now the most visible part, the body tag. Everything the user sees goes inside the body. Text, images, links, buttons, all of it. If it's visible on the screen, it's inside the body. For example, headings, paragraphs, images, links, buttons, and even containers like divs. So think of body as the actual content area of your web page. Here is a look at the full HTML file, putting all the tags we learned about together. The less than HTML greater than tag is the big container, the less than head greater than holds hidden settings, and the less than title greater than, and the less than body greater than holds everything the user sees. Alright, now let's actually build our first web page. Go to your desktop or any folder, right-click, New text document. Now rename this file to index.html. Make sure you remove .txt completely. Then press Enter and click Yes. Now right-click the file, open it with VS Code. Let's start writing our code. First line, less than. Doc type HTML greater than. This tells the browser that this is an HTML5 document. Always keep this at the top. Next, type less than HTML greater than. This is the main container. Everything goes inside this. Now add the head section. Less than head greater than. Inside it, type less than title greater than Codecraft Laboratory, less than /title greater than. This will show on the browser tab. Now close it. Less than /head greater than. Next, the body. Less than body greater than. This is where everything visible goes. Let's add a heading. Less than h1 greater than hello world. Less than h1 greater than. And a paragraph. Less than p greater than I built this. Less than p greater than. Now close everything. Less than body greater than. Less than HTML greater than. Press Ctrl+S to save. Go back to your file and open it in your browser. And there you go. Party popper. You just built your first web page. You'll see Hello World and your paragraph on the screen and your title on the browser tab. That's how every website starts. Simple, but powerful. Let's quickly recap what you learned today. HTML is just instructions for the browser. Tags are the building blocks. You open and close tags, always in pairs. Some tags are self-closing. Containers hold other tags. And every page has HTML, head, title, and body. That's it for episode 1. In the next episode, we'll explore text tags, like headings, paragraphs, bold, italic, and more. If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned. This is Pixel Chamber. Explore, experiment, and build. See you in the next one.